What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel and to another day of Vlogmas. My name is Edwina and this is Versicolor Closet, where we love all things colorful. As per a recent poll that I did on my stories a few days ago, you guys were all in agreement that we needed to have a skincare routine, particularly a nighttime skincare routine on my channel, especially after I shared all of the products that I used and love. You guys wanted to see what my process was to remove my makeup at the end of the day, so I'm going to get into all of that in today's video. But first, in a recent video, I mentioned that I was trying out the NYX Pore Filler Primer, and I have to say, so far, I'm really liking it. It is about 11 o'clock right now, and I did my makeup this morning at 7 something. Yeah, I did my makeup this morning around 7:30, and right now it's about 10:45 p.m. So after all day, I made sure not to blot or powder my face or anything before this video. So this is how I'm looking after over 12 hours. So I think this is pretty good. I'm definitely gonna recommend it because I have tried it for over a week now, and so far so good. So the only thing that I freshened up was my lipstick for the sake of the video, but I didn't touch my makeup all day long. So I think it does a good job keeping the oils at bay. So if you're in the market for a primer, definitely consider the NYX Pore Filler. So before I start with removing the makeup, I'm gonna go ahead and tie my hair back. Now, if I'm being honest, I usually like doing my skincare routine in the shower, because once you're using oils and cleansers and all of those things and they start dripping down your arm, it's just not comfortable to do it here, you know, in front of my mirror. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to do it this way. While we're on this topic, one of my coworkers today complimented me on my hair, and she said that she loved the dye job that they did on my hair. And you guys, I wanted to laugh so hard, but I was like, who's gonna tell her? Who is going to tell her? But I'm not gonna say anything. I only said thank you, girl. I appreciate it. For the sake of not shocking anyone on the internet, if you guys catch my drift, we're gonna go with one of these and just put the hair away. I like using these when I'm like doing my makeup, but on a day-to-day basis, this does not happen. I'm gonna be real with y'all. This is just cute for YouTube, okay? So I'm just gonna put it on just so that I don't wet my hair. And yeah, so I still look cute. I'm also gonna go ahead and remove all of my jewelry. One thing you also wanna do before you do your skincare routine is to definitely wash your hands, especially if you're coming from outside. You do not want to be touching random stuff and then putting your dirty hands on your face. So I definitely recommend washing your hands. So while I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands, I'm also gonna go and change into my robe, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, I went ahead and put my robe on. This robe is from Etsy, I believe. I got it from my bestie when I was part of her bridal party, and I absolutely love it, specifically because it has my name on it. So if you're ever getting married or you're part of a bridal party, definitely go with the name of the person in your bridal party instead of writing bride or bridesmaids. I feel like if you have your name, you can actually use it for years to come and it doesn't go to waste. So quick tip for you. Okay, so the first step for me is to wash my hands. I did it already, but since I was touching the camera and stuff, I'm going to wash my hands again. Now that the hands are clean, the first step for me is to start dissolving all of the makeup. As I showed you guys in my best of 2021 beauty products, I used an oil to remove my makeup. Typically, it is the Pre-Cleanse by Dermalogica. You can do this with any regular oil, or you can use a cleansing balm. I love those two. Dermalogica has one, but I kind of want to test out different products, so I'll be exploring different ones. Right now, I'm just using a generic oil, and I'm just gonna use a dropper and just put a few drops in the palm of my hand, rub it all together, and this is where it gets messy. So just work with me here. I also use this over my lips, and again, it's gonna get messy. So I don't have to do a disclaimer. You guys know how this goes. So after I take my time and massage the oil into my skin, I focus really on my lips and then a lot around my eyes. Now be careful not to get the oil in your eyes because it will burn. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. But usually if you have like mascara, like today I was rushing when I was doing my makeup, so I wasn't doing the most. So there isn't too much to pay attention to, but usually it's the eye makeup that's a little difficult to remove, and the lipstick, especially if you're wearing matte lipstick. But oils, they're just so great to dissolve everything, but dissolving doesn't mean cleaning. So we're just gonna dissolve and get rid of all of this, then we're gonna get to the cleansing part. In my skincare video, I mentioned how I've been using the Castile soap on my body, but I never used it on my face, and somebody commented and said that they use it on their face and they like it. So I've been using it to remove that first layer of makeup before going with my actual cleansers, and it works just fine because it's made with organic oils and it doesn't have any synthetic detergents, so it's safe according to the pros. And I've also tried it and had no reactions or anything. So I just put a little bit on my hands, and I'm just going to massage it in. This foams up a lot. Make sure you don't get it in your eyes. And I'm just going to rinse off. Make sure you're removing all of the makeup residue on your hairline, behind your ears, under your neck. You don't want to miss any spots, because any residue of makeup that stays around can, build up bacteria, and the next thing you know, there's pimples everywhere, and we don't want those. So after that preliminary wash, as I call it, I then go ahead and use one of my cleansers. And right now I'm using these two. One is the pink grapefruit activated cream to foam cleanser by Neutrogena, and the other one is a special cleansing gel by Dermalogica. Now, the reason that you want to use different products that serve the same purpose is so that your skin doesn't get used to one or the other, because I know that there are some people that are really into skincare that actually have a schedule. On such days they use these products and other days they use those products, because your face really can get used to a product and then they stop working. So try to have 2 or 3 different ones that were great for your skin. Then you can just alternate between the few that you have. But so far, these are the 2 that I'm using. I like them both. I don't have any rhyme or reason as to when I use one or the other, but today I'm gonna go ahead and use the pink grapefruit one. This one really gets foamy a lot, so I use just a small amount and I add it around my face and massage it in. When it comes to massaging your cleansers in, you want to make sure that you're cleaning for a good 60 seconds, because that's how long it takes to actually let the product do its work. And you don't want to rush this process. You want to make sure you're taking the time and washing the day away, basically. The same way I hope you're taking your time when you're showering and make sure you're washing your legs the way I hear people on the internet are not washing their legs. It's crazy. Like, why are people not washing their bodies? To me, it's so therapeutic. When you take a shower, it's like, my showers are long because I enjoy my showers. Yeah, if I was in the shower, I definitely would have been taking it further down. It's always good to give your neck the same treatment that you're giving your face, because if your face is gonna be looking young and fresh, you don't want your neck to not be. So definitely pay attention to the neck and the hands and give them all the special treatments. Next up, I'm going to go with my daily Microfoliant, which is basically a gentle exfoliator that can be used to exfoliate your skin on a daily basis. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So as you can tell, it's a fine powder, and I use just this much. I hope that it's showing up on camera. I would say it's a dime size amount. Before, I would try to drop a few drops of water into it for it to become a paste, but sometimes I would add too much water. Sometimes it just wouldn't be enough and I would have to add some more. So now I found the perfect way to do it, and it's to simply wet the other hand and I start rubbing together. So it becomes a paste like this, and I use that and gently exfoliate for about a minute. With the exfoliant, I make sure that I focus around my nose because that's where you tend to get a lot of the blackheads. Same for the chin area. And then with this product, you're also going to be able to tell when you no longer feel the little scrubs. So at that point, just rinse it off. I'm sure some of the makeup experts would say that I overwash my face because I'm not gonna go to sleep with a drop of makeup on my face. So I do overwash, but I also over moisturize. So I don't know, take my advice with a grain of salt. This is just what I've been doing and it works for me. So if you have like sensitive skin, then proceed at your own risk because I don't have sensitive skin, and I mean I am gentle with my skin as far as I can tell. When it comes to drying off my face, I no longer use a rag. I use these cotton rounds because I feel like because they're disposable, I'm not using anything where I'm keeping bacteria on the towel and then reusing that on my face again. It's just not a good idea. I feel like these are perfect to dry your face. If there's any trace of makeup left, it can easily pick it up. Now, when I would use a towel would be when I'm doing some extreme skincare and I want to use like a hot towel to like steam my face. So I would use one of those every once in a while. Since I'm showing you guys all the things, I'm gonna do that today, but that's definitely not an everyday thing for me. The water in my bathroom gets really hot, so I don't have to do anything crazy to get the towel really warm. So I just run it under the water for a little while and then squeeze it out and just hold it over my face for a while. The heat from the towel basically opens up your pores and it basically prepares your skin to receive all of the serums and moisturizers and oils that you're going to add. So I just lay it over my face like so. This feels so good. It literally feels like taking yourself to the spa at home. So at this point, I would use another cotton round and use a toner. Right now, I'm using the Thayer's Witch Hazel Lemon Toner, and I just add a few drops on the cotton round. This helps remove any trace of makeup that's left. I usually like to focus it around the eyes, if there's anything around my ears and around my hairline. And sometimes I may need to use more than one. I use them until I am sure that they come back clean. Like I don't want to see a trace of makeup anywhere on my skin. And once I have done that step, then I know that I'm ready for the serums and things. When I tell you I don't play about my cotton rounds, I get them from Target and I get them in a pack of 3. They come like this and I have so many of them because I use multiple. I highly recommend these. When my lips need some special attention, I use this Mary Kay Shea Sugar Scrub, and what I like about it is that they use shea butter, so it kind of moisturizes your lips while it exfoliates them. So I basically just put it on like I would some chapstick, and I wet my fingers. And I wet my fingers and I rub it all over. Then I use a cotton round again and just wipe it off. This basically removes all of the dead skin cells and make sure that your lips are soft and moisturized. And if you're somebody who likes to wear lipstick, it ensures that you have a clean, smooth foundation for your lipstick. So once your face is toned, now it's time for the serums. As I mentioned in a previous video, when you're using multiple serums, you want to make sure that you start with the lightest one first. So if you have one that's more of a liquidy texture, then you can start with that. Then you proceed with your thicker ones, followed by your moisturizer. I have this hyaluronic acid. This one is a hydrating facial serum. And I also sometimes use this vitamin C one. It's by Province Beauty. This is just something affordable that I picked up at Marshall's. So the vitamin C, typically vitamin C is something that you use in the morning because it helps with the glow, but because I do the most, I use just a couple drops sometimes in my nighttime skincare routine. I use my thicker vitamin C serums in the morning, but I like to use this one at night. And you basically just pat it in like so. Then I go ahead with the hyaluronic acid one, do the same thing, just a couple drops. Next up, I go in with my Beauty Counter Overnight Resurfacing Peel. I swear by this stuff. I love it. They have the set. I use like 2 pumps. Sometimes you could probably get away with 1, but I use 2 because I really just love what it does. It basically just melts into your skin. It melts into your hands, and I just pat it in. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Laneige lip sleeping mask. This thing is amazing. I do feel like if I apply it too early, like if I'm gonna go to bed and I apply it like an hour before, it doesn't last long, but whatever it does it well. Your lips feel really smooth and moisturized. So I highly recommend that sleeping mask. So another serum that I'm gonna use, I tell you guys, I OD with the serums. I found this collagen one at Marshall's. Again, I be experimenting with their beauty stuff because why not? They're affordable. This collagen one says that it's an instant firming serum, and it says that it rapidly plumps the look of fine lines and sagging. So before that starts to happen, I start to use collagen. I don't want the fine lines and I don't want the sagging. So I'm definitely getting a head start when it comes to anti-aging products. So again, I just type it in like so. Like right now, my face already feels so moisturized, and I'm pretty sure like if I forgot to put a moisturizer, it wouldn't be a big deal because it already feels smooth, it's healthy, it's plump, and I just know that there isn't a trace of makeup because once you use that toner with your cotton round, that is the last step to make sure that nothing is left. Definitely make sure you focus it around your hairline and make sure you're not going to bed with anything on your skin. If you are doing a self-care day, I recommend using one of these like sheet masks. This one is the rose gold mask from Sephora. So if I can find it online, I'll be sure to link it for you guys below. But it's almost midnight, so I am not trying to do too much right now, but if you're having like a self-care day and you want to incorporate just an extra step, you can use a sheet mask. If you do, try not to waste any of the product, because basically what's in the mask is like a serum. After you spend the 15 minutes that it tells you to spend with it on, remove it and massage all of that extra serum into your skin. I like to do this after I take a shower, because after you use the sheet mask, there's usually a lot more product left in the bag. So I would take it and put it literally all around my shoulders and my décolletage, because if you're wearing something, you know, kind of revealing, you want to make sure that the skin on your chest area looks really good. So I don't waste a drop. I literally pour it and just massage it all over my skin. So that's that. So after the serums, you want to make sure that you use a moisturizer. I've been alternating between these two, and this one is a Retinol night cream that I picked up at Marshall's, and this one is a Hanukkah honey night cream also that I picked up from Marshall's. They're not like famous brands or whatever, but I'll link some options for you guys. I mean, it's moisturizer, so you could probably go with whatever. I like the night creams because they tend to be a little thicker, so they're definitely adding a lot of moisture, especially after all of the cleansing and exfoliating that I did. When you're applying creams and things, you want to make sure you do pat it, but if you're rubbing, make sure you're rubbing upwards so that you're not dragging your skin down. So when I'm using this, I tend to avoid my under eye, because I then go ahead with an under eye cream that I use specifically to like help with dark circles and to make sure that there are no fine lines. The ones that I'm currently using is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. So it's really tiny, and I mean, you don't use a lot. I usually just tap just a little bit and just use my ring finger and just tap, 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 tap. Whatever's left on my hand, I usually like to go over to my eyelid, because I wouldn't want my under eye to look different than my eyelid. You kind of want to make sure you're spreading all of your product around. So my face is moisturized and I'm pretty much done. For the last step, I just added a couple drops of facial oil that I'm just tapping again into my skin just for some extra glow, because we want to be extremely moisturized. If you're going to bed, you should look like they can fry some eggs on your face, because that's how, you know, extremely moisturized it should look. If you take care of your skin like this, it will repay you. When you are doing your makeup, you will definitely see that the makeup looks better because the canvas is well taken care of. So that is all for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed getting unready with me. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and let me know what videos that you guys will like to see. So I'll see you tomorrow on another one. Bye guys.